friends. I am Dr. B.V. Rao of Pushpa Clinic and founder of the websites viewmedicaldoubts.blogspot.in and Dr. Raghava medicaldoubts.in. Through these videos, I am providing the basic knowledge about the commonly occurring diseases, treatments and surgery details. When necessary for medical knowledge to general people and for reference to medicals. Today I am going to discuss about the ischemic heart disease. Ischemic heart disease is the myocardial damage as a result of inadequate coronary blood supply. Usually it is due to the narrowing of the coronary arteries due to atherosclerosis, but it can occur in many circumstances as aortic valve disease. Here coronary blood flow may not be sufficient for the demand of ventricular work. Syphilitic aortitis. Here the orifices of the coronary arteries are obstructed. Severe anemia. Here the oxygen carrying power of the blood is diminished. Next, the paroxysmal tachycardia. Due to shorter duration of diastole, the work of the heart is increased and the coronary blood flow is decreased. Then coronary embolism. Here the lumen of the vessel is obstructed by clot from the left atrium in patients with the mitral stenosis and atrial fibrillation. Factors responsible may be hypertension, obesity, emotional stress, diet and hyperlipidemia, familial hyperlipidemia, lack of exercise, smoking, etc. Clinical features manifested by angina pectoris, myocardial infarction, left ventricular failure, arrhythmias, defects of conduction or sudden death. Angina pectoris is the term used to denote the attack of cardiac pain of short duration. There is no damage to the myocardium. In myocardial infarction, there is necrosis of an area of myocardium due to severe inadequacy of coronary circulation due to the coronary thrombosis or occlusion of coronary artery by rupture of an atheromatous plaque. Sometimes in elderly diffuse coronary artery disease may lead to cardiac failure or arrhythmias or conduction defects. Here I will discuss about the angina pectoris. Angina pectoris is defined as the pain in the chest behind the sternum across the chest and is of constricting or crushing character. Pain is the dominant symptom. Sometimes there may be no pain but rather a feeling of discomfort or unpleasant sensation of pressure or weight. It is never sharp, stabbing or knife-like and never radiates. The pain may extend to throat, neck or jaw or pass into shoulders, upper abdomen or back. In angina, the pain usually bears quantitative relationship to exertion and forces the patient to stop. Subsequently, it passes away within few minutes. The pain is usually induced after meals or in cold weather. It may be precipitated by emotion and rapidly relieved by glyceryl nitrate. The diagnosis depends upon the history, electrocardiogram, electrocardiogram at rest are usually normal or may show old infarction. The electrocardiogram during exercise is abnormal, showing a horizontal or downward depression of ST segment. Coronary angiography shows a major obstruction of at least one coronary artery, but undertaken only in case of compulsion. Treatment. Patient is encouraged to exercise provided it won't provoke pain and to avoid emotional conflicts and overwork. In most instances, patient can continue the occupation. The tablets of glyceryl trinitrate is prescribed to prevent the pain attack or abbreviated the pain. Advised to carry the tablets always for emergency use as sublingual route in case of patient gets pain. The side effects of trinitrin is occasional headache, flushing and syncope. Propranolol and its group drugs are effective if the pain is not controlled by trinitrin but may provoke cardiac failure or exacerbate airway obstruction and needs high doses. Sedatives like diazepam may be helpful to reduce anxiety. Obesity and anemia are corrected if present. Small meals should be taken slowly. Cigarette smoking should be stopped completely. Many patients, by adjustment of lifestyle and use of drugs, manage to adopt satisfactorily. In cases where the drugs could not control the symptoms, surgical revascularization of myocardium should be considered. A segment of saphenous vein is used to bypass the aorta to coronary artery beyond the obstruction. All three major coronary arteries are treated. The operation is usually successful in relieving the angina provided the ventricular function is not severely impaired. Prevention. The people with possible access to coronary disease with a number of high risk factors should be advised to modify the life pattern. Advised to stop smoking and control obesity and anemia. Hypertension, hyperlipidemia, diabetes must be corrected. Women at risk should not use contraceptive pills. Exercise. Every form of muscular contraction uses calories, and regular daily exercise promotes loss of weight in obese. But exercise tolerance improves only if physical activity is sufficiently vigorous to cause tachycardia and dyspnea. This is beneficial even when carried out for short periods. Pain, undue dyspnea and fatigue must be avoided during exercise. Diet. It is reasonable to reduce the lipid levels in high-risk individuals. The intake of saturated fats should be reduced but may be substituted with polyunsaturated fats. Fruits, vegetables and salads can be taken in abundance. Stress. Physical, mental and emotional stress should be avoided in patients and coronary prone people. That's all about the ischemic heart disease and angina pectoris. In the next video, I will discuss about some other disease. Thank you.